Meteorologist Eric Burris here for the afternoon coffee talk update. We get together 5 days a week, chat about what's going on in the afternoon in the world of weather, check in on some new model data, and get you ready for your evening plans. Before we dive too deep, we're running current temperatures on the bottom of the screen. It is plenty hot outside. Take a look. It's 87 degrees in Ocala. It's 87 in Leesburg. But here at the coastline, we're looking from Cocoa across the Tower Cam over toward Port Canaveral. It's beautiful. Thankfully, those temperatures not quite as hot. Let's take a look at those temperatures. Speaking of which, I just noticed that I had tweeted out temperatures, and one of them was reading 96? What was it reading? It was reading something crazy. 97 in Palm Bay. That's not correct. Obviously, that's not correct. It's hot, though. It's plenty hot. It's 88 degrees in Orlando. Sanford's 87, 88 degrees in Daytona Beach, 89 for us in Melbourne, 87 in Ocala. And speaking of Ocala, our first warning live Doppler radar is showing some rain up that way. Let's take a look. As a matter of fact, just within the last few moments' time, there was actually a flood advisory posted. We'll get to that in a moment, but first let's just zoom in on the radar and see what's doing. And you can see those pockets of heavier rain. This is off of our first warning live Doppler radar. Citra, Reddick, Anthony, watching some rains up your way. Little pockets of heavy rain there. There is, as I mentioned, that flood warning posted in that highlighted area, including Citra, including Reddick, for about 1,000 or so people. That runs until 6:30 tonight because we have seen some pretty decent rains that have fallen, and more is expected. So northern Marion County, just a heads up. Again, flood warning posted as our live radar sweeps through. That's in effect until 6:30. It's an aerial flood warning. What that means is that essentially poorly drained areas, creeks, little streams, things like that, that's what we're concerned with. So some heavy rain that direction. We take a look on the wider perspective, though. Let me just put it back to normal radar mode here, and you can actually see there's not much going on. It's just in that northern nook that we've watched some of those showers and thunder showers develop. All right, satellite radar imagery for us, looking pretty nice. Lots of moisture off to our south and east. Let that moisture stay put, not bothering us at all. As a matter of fact, for us tonight, the forecast looks pretty okay. Temperatures hot, and little by little we'll be tracking a few isolated showers that may help to drop those temps just a little bit, but don't get too excited. We're not talking about any major changes. 84 degrees by 7 o'clock, about 80 degrees 9 o'clock, and then continuing down into the mid-70s by 11 o'clock this evening. So it's going to be a warm, muggy forecast in your neighborhood and in my neighborhood. In terms of overnight lows, let's just take a look, shall we? Waking up tomorrow morning, it's going to feel like summer, right? Upper 60s, lower 70s. It's going to be a nice and warm setup, but look at tomorrow afternoon. We're really building in that heat. 94 in Orlando, 93 degrees in the Villages, 92 degrees in Leesburg. Yeah, it's going to be hot. 91 degrees in Palm Bay, 89 degrees in New Smyrna Beach, and that's just tomorrow. Look at Wednesday. Okay, you ready for this? Look at Wednesday's high temperatures, getting even hotter from 94 to 95. 95 in Wildwood, 95 Orlando, 94 degrees in Ocala and St. Cloud. And then look what happens on Thursday. Seriously, are you ready for this? This is real heat. This is dangerous heat. 97 in Orlando, 96 in Leesburg. That urban heat island effect, where the concrete from all those buildings just lets out that latent heat, that is a prime example of very, very warm temperatures. Bob says I got a warning of flooding near the coast here in New Smyrna Beach. There is a coastal flood concern. Dude, yeah, excuse me, I need some more coffee. Due to the astronomically high tides. So, yeah, that is a concern, mainly around high tide, though, and right at the beaches and you know, the creeks and things like that. If that's not where you live, then that's not a major concern. All right, Leesburg has been breaking lots of records lately. Wonder how many they'll shatter this week. Cindy, it's definitely a possibility, unfortunately. Yeah, just take a look at the temperatures over the next couple of days, okay? These are Orlando temperatures, but this kind of gives you the idea. 95, 96, 97, yeah, record 97, 97, 98. So we're going to be in the ballpark each day these next few days. Super cool. Yay. Love it, right? Oh well. It is what it is, right? It's okay. Hot temperatures, though, for sure. Okay, all right, out to the tropics. Do want to point out getting brand new model data. A reminder, see, I haven't even moved this over from this morning and our coffee talk this morning. Give me a second. Let me refresh this. Tropics. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So if you've been following along with us at home, there has been a fairly consistent reading on our American GFS model that something is wanting to try to develop in the tropics. So let's take a look and just run through the GFS and watch the bottom of your screen here, okay? Around Central America, right there-ish. You see it's kind of trying to 1,003 millibar low right there near where it says current temp. Yeah, watch what happens here. It hits into the Yucatan Peninsula, and then it kind of stays weak. And that's the latest run of the GFS, is something of an area of low pressure develops and stays weak, but moves over toward Florida. Is that possible? Sure. Let's back this up, though, and let's switch over to the European, because now the European is trying to sniff something out. Notice around the Yucatan Peninsula, right in there, the Bay of Campeche, the bottom of the screen there. Look at what the European's showing. A little 1,008 millibar low, 1,003 millibar low, and then it kind of fades and fades out completely. Yeah. So the models are hinting. The models are hinting at something. Interesting, right? The models are hinting at something. They're not locked in, but now the European's starting to sniff something. And while that doesn't mean that we're guaranteed, what it does mean is that we see which direction we ebb and flow. I think if there is anything that develops, it's not going to be all that strong. But now at least we're starting to get some more data to key in on, which for me is a good thing. I'll take that for sure. Yeah. Billy's asking, is Denellen going to get a lot of rain this week or hurricanes this year? There's a lot of that's a really broad question. I would just say, yeah, you're going to get a lot of rain this summer. Rainy season is right around the corner. Spencer says, it's too early for this. I know, brother. Oh my goodness, I know. Shelby says, no thanks. I can concur with that. Cindy, much appreciated, buddy, of course. Spencer, why does everyone say I think? I don't know. I try not to think very much, actually. All right, 7-day forecast for you. 92 or so our high temperature today. We're currently at 88 in Orlando, 95 tomorrow, 96 on Wednesday, 97 degrees on Thursday. And then what's interesting is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you see those rain chances going up? Those rain chances are indicating perhaps the rainy season. Interesting. Interesting. I think the rainy season may be starting. We'll have to see how that plays out. At least the rains help to bring those temperatures back down in check, which we need desperately. Beverly's asking, what is the BSR show? It shows an area of low pressure kind of getting into the Gulf of Mexico-ish and then just kind of fading out, which is kind of in line with the European. It's kind of interesting, you know? We'll have to talk more about that tomorrow on the Coffee Talk in the morning, right? So we know the heat is building. Oh my goodness gracious, that heat is building. What about in your neighborhood? Meteorologist Cam Tran starts off our live team coverage at 4 o'clock. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi continues at 5 o'clock. So stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date. All right? Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you for Coffee Talk in the morning, bright and early at 8 o'clock. Bye, y'all.